Welcome, everybody, to Weisscast Games Pod. That's right, Weisscast Games Pod. This is a spinoff from Main Weisscast, and it is dedicated solely to games and gaming. I am your host, Aaron Weiss, alongside... I haven't come up with a new nickname yet for him because he moved, but Bryant K. Stinson.
Oh man, the whole government name. Good. Good. Hey everybody. It's so good. So good to be back with you.
Bryant, I'm really excited about this. It's essentially the same show, but it's living under a different name.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to mostly pretty much exclusively about games, which will be which will be a lot of fun. It's such a wide variety of topics to cover when you just try to sweep the whole kind of like entertainment umbrella.
Mm-hmm.
So why not be a little bit more focused and specific on something that we both love a whole lot, video games.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that being said, Weisscast, we'll call it Weisscast Prime, is still around. It will probably take more of the form of like a monthly show where a few people gather around microphones and just talk about whatever they want to talk about and record it and put it on the interwebs for people to listen to. So that'll be a lot of fun. And then of course we still have Weiss Camera Action, which just came back last week. There's a little bit of a new format with that too. Once a month we'll be reviewing a new movie that's out in theaters, and the other 3 weeks of the month we'll just be going through. It'll be like the same as it was pretty much. This week we're actually reviewing High School Musical, so
I'm lucky.
Get ready for that.
Can't believe you guys haven't done Suicide Squad.
Well, here's the thing. I want to do the whole DC extended universe.
Ew.
Yeah, I know, and I just don't want to do that.
Just Suicide Squad. It's so good.
I need to watch it.
It's amazing.
Caleb and I are supposed to watch it, but I think I might watch it without him. Sorry, Caleb. I might watch it tonight.
Hey, look, I'm just saying, James Gunn put his foot in that movie.
But this is not Weiss Camera Action. This, of course, is Weisscast Games Pod, the show where each and every week Bryant and I gather around these microphones and talk about games. This week is going to be a little bit different than a normal week because we haven't done this in a while. So, Bryant, I want to kick off the show with, what have you been up to lately since our hiatus?
Yeah, I mean, since our hiatus, I was out in Arizona. I have since moved from Arizona back to Georgia, and then I have moved again, and I'm up in the state of that was home to good old Thomas Jefferson and George Washington themselves. I'm in the beautiful state of Virginia, loving life. So it's been a blast, having a lot of fun with what I get to do here, working at a church. So it's been a lot of fun, and all the while trying to keep up with games has been a challenge because I've been out of game for a little bit, and I missed it. I've missed kind of like scouring and looking for news and seeing what's what and what people are saying about things that are around. So glad to be back in it, doing two things that have meant a lot to me. So happy to be back.
Anything else happen in the hiatus?
No.
Nothing at all?
Yeah, I got engaged.
Nice. Amazing. Yeah,
If
dude.
she listens to this episode and doesn't hear that immediately, I'm gonna hear about it. So.
Yeah, you've been up to a lot in the what, a little over 6 months that we haven't done a show. And it's crazy how much happens in that amount of time. You've moved essentially, well, you've moved twice. I was going to say three
Mm-hmm.
times, but you were technically already in Arizona during the hiatus.
Mm-hmm.
But you have moved three times in like a year, which is insane. Um, but you're going to be in Virginia for a while, even though you might be moving like to a apartment or something. I think you're staying with like a host family or something right now.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, you'll probably move at least one more time before you can settle in for the long haul. But I'm sure it's glad to have some stability and put down some roots somewhere,
Oh
uh,
yeah.
especially with upcoming marriage. Um, yeah. So I've also had quite the busy hiatus. Um, I also got engaged and am planning a wedding. Me and Erica are getting married in exactly 9 weeks from today. So that's exciting. Um,
So,
I've done a lot of traveling. I added a bunch of new states to my list of states. I've checked a lot of states off the United States. I've now been to 31, I believe. No, that's not right. I think it's like 36. I've been to 36 states, so only a few more left to go. My goal is to get them all by the time I'm 30. Um,
mm-hmm.
so I'm well on my way, I think. I moved as well. I live in the same area, but I moved to an apartment. Um, I am taking some time off of my actual job, and that's kind of part of the reason why this is coming back is because I have the bandwidth to do um, podcasting again, which is a lot of fun. Um, and so to like make ends meet, I DoorDash,
Nice.
which actually is pretty fun. Um, but yeah, it's been a good few months, but I'm just ready to get back to it like you are. But enough about sappy personal things, Bryant. Let's talk about the real stuff. Like what have we been playing? What are some games you've been playing? Both in the last like week or in the past like 6 months that you're like, wow, we need to talk about this.
I have a game and start playing. So I know that during the hiatus, new Pokemon Snap came out for the Nintendo Switch, and I have debated and debated and debated on whether or not I was going to buy that game. I ended up not getting it, even though I've heard great things about it. Most of what I've been playing has just been kind of recycling some games that I've played for a while. So a little bit of PUBG, a little bit of FIFA, a little bit of Football Manager. But I recently just got the new Xbox kind of exclusive twin stick shooter from Neon Genesis called The Ascent, which came out, I want to say it was at the end of July. And that is a cyberpunk kind of twin stick shooter. It's been more challenging than I thought it would be, but it's still been a lot of fun. A really fun game to play. Available on Game Pass for people that are interested in it if they play with the kind of the Microsoft family of games networks, and that's really been kind of the newer game that I have played as of late. I'm looking forward to the month of August. I think 12 Minutes comes out for the rest of the month of August, rather. But I'm looking forward to that because I think 12 Minutes comes out, which has kind of been one of those big exclusive titles that people have been kind of looking forward to, and kind of the cast that they have with that. So looking forward to seeing how that all shakes out. Obviously, like FIFA comes out in September. I think Back for Blood comes out in October, and then Starfield comes out in November. So over the next
Starfield's
few months.
November next year.
November next year. Okay. Yeah. I thought it was November 2021 for some reason.
No, sadly not.
Okay. So then, well, you still have kind of 12 Minutes, and then you have Back for Blood, which is a big one. So I think there's some fun things to look forward to kind of down the pipeline here over the next few months. But as far as what I've been playing, there's just been a few smaller games that I've been recycling, and then newer releases of The Ascent, which is a lot of fun. What about you?
Yeah, so I got really into Undertale while I was, taking a little hiatus from games. Or from podcasting rather. I think Undertale is just an incredible game, and I know I'm like 6 years too late, but I mean, it's just, if you haven't played it, it's on Game Pass. It's so fun. If it's like a Super Nintendo RPG, pretty much. If you like that era of RPGs, it's very similar to Earthbound. It's a lot of fun. I really recommend it. I'm actually stuck on a boss right now. I think it's actually the end boss, but I'm not quite sure. It's really good. I've played a lot of a game called Splitgate, which is pretty much an arena shooter like Halo with portals, like Portal, and that's a lot of fun. It just got a full release a couple weeks ago, but me and some of the people I play with were playing the beta at the beginning or the end of June rather. I mean, I've played some Apex. I've been playing some Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves got a major update back in June, and it's been a lot of fun. That game is gorgeous, especially I think Bryant and I both have an Xbox Series S, and it is that game is crispy. It looks so good. Played some Knockout City. Knockout City. I've been playing a lot of Game Pass games. I mean, I figure I'm paying for Game Pass. I got to take advantage of Game Pass. So, Knockout City's a lot of fun. My issue is finding games that my friends would want to play with me, or the people that I typically play with. So whenever you said The Ascent, I didn't know it. I don't know anyone else that would want to play it. So I haven't even tried playing it yet. So maybe we should play, because I have it downloaded. We should play The Ascent. My brother also has it, and he wants to play, but he's busy.
I'm down.
He's busy today, unfortunately. But I think you and I could do some work in it. Yeah. What else have I been? I got Skyward Sword HD on Switch for my birthday. I've beat the game before on Wii. So the game's like not too much different on Switch, but it's still a great game. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, I mean, it's just I've been playing a lot, which is really cool because I don't always get to play like a lot of games. And I mean, yeah, kind of like looking forward to things that are coming out. Bryant already mentioned Back for Blood. I'm really excited about that. I'm decently excited actually about Forza Horizon 5. I've never played a Forza Horizon game, but this game just looks beautiful, and it takes place in Mexico. And I really like Mexico a lot. It's it is the country besides the United States that I've been to the most, and spent the most time in. So I really like Mexico. Of course, Halo Infinite's coming out. The beta for that is going on, I think, every weekend. I need to sign up for it. I've heard really good things about it. Unfortunately, it's not PvP, it's PvE, for the beta, but I've heard it's a lot of fun still. And it really feels like, people are saying it feels like Halo 3, which is my favorite Halo. So, um, yeah, I mean, I'm sure there are other games that I'm looking forward to. Some of the games got delayed to 2022 because of COVID. Um, and other games that I'm like looking forward to, I just don't own the console for. Um, like, uh, what's the game? Deathloop. Deathloop for PlayStation 5. I'll have to wait until that comes to Xbox because that's a timed exclusive.
Man, I really want that game.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm thinking if we get another stimulus check, I'll get a PlayStation 5.
Don't do it.
Why?
PlayStation 5 is Le Poo. I'm kidding. It's a great console. I didn't even mention Elden Ring, man. That comes out in January.
Oh yeah, dude, Elden Ring. I've never played a Souls game, but
You're doing it.
Elden Ring looks really fun. Yeah, so maybe I'll play Elden Ring. Yeah, there's just so many things coming out in the next 6 to 18 months because like 2022 is going to be just ridiculous for games. I've heard people talking about like Elden Ring, not Thor Ragnarok, sorry, God of War Ragnarok.
Mm-hmm.
The Horizon Forbidden West got delayed into 2022. A lot of people are thinking that Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 is coming out in 2022. Like, those are four huge heavy hitters coming out, and any one of them could be Game of the Year.
Yeah.
Like, it's just insane. The caliber of games that are coming out next year. But yeah, I mean, I've been really happy with my Series S. I've loved playing it. I have the official Xbox headset with it. The Not the one that comes with Xboxes, but like the wireless one. um, and that's been really great. Um, yeah, it's a great console. If you aren't super concerned about specs but are like concerned about games, definitely consider the Series S. I mean, it's so quick. It's ridiculous. Like how quickly I can boot into things, and when I'm playing with people who have even an Xbox One X,
Mm-hmm.
like they're taking forever to load in. It's just lightning.
Literal lightning.
Yeah, so that's a little bit about what we've been playing in our hiatus, and I'm sorry if we're out of practice. That's just kind of how it is, you know. We're getting back into the swing of things, but I'm sure as we pick back up our regular recording, we'll get our energy, we'll get our chemistry back. Um, but we got a couple there are newer news articles, um, newer news topics that we wanted to talk about, that's happened since our hiatus. And Bryant, I don't know if you want to go first or you want me to go first, but I'm ready to hop into those.
Yeah, I can go ahead and go. Mine is less about game related things specifically, and it's more about a very prominent company. For those of you who are aware, Blizzard Blizzard Games has been kind of embroiled in some legal issues. As you know, Blizzard has been the company that has released games, like the StarCraft series and Heroes of the Storm and Diablo, Hearthstone, Overwatch, and obviously one of the most popular MMOs of all time, World of Warcraft. And as of right now, they have been really struggling with some legal issues that have kind of come from the top down. Of their president is leaving. It kind of in the midst of this harassment lawsuit that's been filed against the company from several people of different kind of like racial and ethnic backgrounds, as well as women in the company who have just detailed a lot of just different, really not great things going on. And I will spare a lot of the details, but essentially the fallout that this could have for Blizzard in terms of sponsorships and in terms of reach and opportunity to be able to do things on a big stage, it's going to be painful. They're one of the biggest and most well-recognized companies in gaming, and that the fact that this is happening is gonna have a huge effect on them and on kind of the future of what things are going to look like. It's always interesting to see how companies recover after things like this take place, and so I'm going to be really interested to see how they recover from this. But I mean, there's already been talks about the Overwatch League losing sponsors as a result of the lawsuits and things that have been lobbied towards Blizzard, and I'm sure that more of these things are to come. And so, obviously, this doesn't just affect Blizzard, just the umbrella, but also kind of like the family of networks that are under Blizzard as well. Things like Activision, who are our requisite Call of Duty creators. And so the things that will could all the way trickling down are huge. And so I'm really interested to see how things shake out. I hate when you have stories like this because of just the negative press behind it. It's also just not a great show of leadership and kind of running things well and not keeping people safe and things like that. So again, it's just going to be interesting to see how things fall out as kind of things get uncovered, and when the dust from this settles, kind of what Blizzard will be on the other side of that will be really interesting to look at. What are you thinking about this story, Aaron, kind of with everything that's been going on? I know this is a relatively new story, so.
It's not super shocking, unfortunately. My mic is muted. That was awkward. Yeah, I mean, we've seen other companies in the industry have similar allegations, like Ubisoft was a big one last year. And I don't know if any of that's been resolved at all. It seems like they kind of restructured things without really firing or anyone stepping down. I don't know what happened there, but I mean, this kind of stuff happening in 2021 is just super sad. Like, you'd think that there'd be things in place for these companies to be held accountable. Like, you'd think that HR departments would do things. But I mean, I'm hoping that the people that have experienced some forms of, or whatever form of harassment or overwork or whatever, I mean, I hope that they're finding peace and maybe even going to other companies. yeah, just this sort of behavior is unacceptable. And I know that Blizzard is, I think, a South Korean company. Is that right?
I think that's right.
Yeah, and so Activision's kind of like the like American counterpart of Blizzard, and I hope that they can find some sort of way to, like, I don't know, some sort of way to create a healthy company culture, for everyone, one where they feel okay going to work. Um, yeah, it's just not acceptable in this day and age to feel afraid of going to work because you're going to be, harassed in some sort of way for your, skin tone, or for, being a woman, or whatever. Like, it's just not acceptable. I didn't know if you had anything else to add.
No, I mean, honestly, it's just it's going to be hard to continue to follow a story like this because typically the initial fallout gets 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 press,
Hmm.
and there's stories about the initial fallout, and then kind of the resolution and the journey to the resolution gets press, and then after that there's radio silence. So there's not really a whole lot of stories around the recovery, and what happens on the other side of it. So really interested to see kind of the whole story. So I'm going to be trying my best to keep in touch with that as things go on.
Yeah, I'm hoping that there's some sort of ongoing coverage of this story, although in the world of that we live in social media, usually it just like the initial thing and then never kind of gets visited again, unfortunately. But changing subjects, um, somewhat, to another just big company in the video gaming space, Valve has recently announced a portable gaming PC. It's called the Steam Deck, and it looks very similar to a Nintendo Switch if you haven't seen one. The Verge has a great hands-on video with the Steam Deck. I encourage you to go watch it, if you want to learn more. But pretty much what they're saying is that that this console, can play pretty much any of your PC games on the go. And it only has to power them to 720p. It only has a 720p screen, which people complain about, but it's fine for that size screen. And games are going to play well. On the hands-on, he played The Witcher 3 and Control and Doom Eternal, um, which, so like Witcher 3, of course, is, like 6 years old at this point, but Control's only a couple years old, and Doom Eternal's only like a year old. So like this thing's pretty powerful. It handled all of them without breaking a sweat. Um, there's three different SKUs of this. There's the entry level one that's $400. There's a 500 and there's a $500 one, and there's a $650 one. And pretty much the difference between the three is storage. I believe that the $500 one has 256 gigs. The $400 one has 64 gigs, and the 650-dollar one has, a terabyte of storage. But you can add an SD card to all three, for more storage. The upper to more expensive tiers have faster internal storage, so they have NVMe drives. Um, I'm not sure exactly what the cheapest one has, but I know it's not as fast. But yeah, it looks like a Switch. It is a full-fledged PC, although it runs um, Linux and SteamOS natively. You can put Windows on here if you want a full-fledged PC, and there will be a dock, unfortunately sold separately, so you can use it like a PC if you wanted. Um, this really solves a lot of my issues with PC gaming, Bryant. Like, I don't like a mouse and keyboard, and apparently this is very comfortable to hold, and I think it looks awesome. Like, I'm really excited about this. The pre-order stock is fully out of stock. I didn't get my hands on one, unfortunately. I also didn't have the money to, which is okay. But I'm really excited about this. I could see myself picking one up in the future. Um, and people are saying, "Oh, this is a Switch killer." It That's not completely true because I mean, you still can only play Nintendo games on Switch. I mean, you're not going to be able to play Breath of the Wild anywhere else. And even though you might be able to get all of your indies on this Steam Deck, um, just like you can on Switch, I mean, unless you buy the separate dock, you won't be able to play them on the big screen like you can on Switch. Um, and the Switch is just a tiny bit more portable because it's a half a pound less heavy than the Steam Deck. The Switch has removable controllers. Steam Deck does not. That's just some. I don't think that the Steam Deck is trying to be the Switch. I think that it's trying to be its own thing. It's just trying to be a portable PC that's affordable for consumers, and I think it looks awesome. Bryant, have you seen anything about this? Do you have any thoughts on Valve's Steam Deck? You're muted.
That's awkward. You can tell we're not good at this, and we're not what we used to be. That's for sure. But no, I mean, I think that the Steam Deck is good. I think that the opportunity to be able to take your Steam library on the road with you is something that there are probably a lot of gamers wish they could do without having to pack, a laptop or something like that. So one of the things when I first heard about this, one of the curiosities that I had was, would you be able to stream kind of through the Steam Deck? It was a curiosity of mine that I thought would have been a game changer if that was a part of it. But yeah, I mean, the ability to have your Steam library with you on the road is great, and yeah, I don't see it as a Switch killer. If anything, I see it as taking a page out of the success that the Switch has had with its kind of its portable capabilities plus its dock capabilities, and just trying to make something like that, but for PC gamers. So if anything, it's taking a page out of the Switch's book. So yeah, great idea. It does look great. People are really big on resolution and refresh rates and stuff that like nobody cared about, 5 years ago when they still mattered 5 years ago. And so now people are like obsessed with them. And so it's interesting to see kind of the shifts and changes and all that. But ultimately, I feel like this is a really good step forward for PC gamers if they do want that option. And it looks great. And so hopefully it will succeed and continue to sell well and do well over time. That's all I got.
That's what I'm hoping to. I mean, this is like an early look. I mean, the thing I don't think it releases until later this year for the first wave, and then the second wave won't be ready until next year. So I'm looking forward to see what people think about it. Like read reviews on it and such. I've heard has good build quality and such. Um, but yeah, we'll keep an eye on this, and when it comes back in the news, we'll definitely talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Bryant, it's time for 20 questions, and I have a game in mind.
Okay.
Would you like to start guessing?
Sure. All right. Have a game in mind. Let's see. How did I used to do this? All right. Is this game exclusive to Sony?
No.
Is this game exclusive to Microsoft?
No.
Is this game exclusive to Nintendo?
Yes.
Okay. Is it owned by the Sega side of Nintendo?
No.
Okay. So it's exclusive to Nintendo. All right. Is it a Mario game?
Nope.
Okay. Is it a Metroid game?
No.
I can't believe I didn't talk about Metroid Dread earlier, by the way. It comes out in October.
That game looks good.
Yeah, I'm getting it. Is it a Legend of Zelda game?
No.
Man, drat. Is it a Pokemon game?
Nope.
Well, I mean, nothing else comes out on Nintendo. um, is this a part of the like? Is it an RPG?
No.
Okay. Is it a life sim?
No.
Oh,
That's 10 questions.
yeah, I've gotten nowhere.
I've got your hint. I got your hints ready.
Okay. Is this a fighting game?
No.
Okay. Is this a? It's not an RPG. It's not a fighting game. It's not a life sim. Is it a sports game?
Nope.
Okay. Is this platformer?
No.
Okay. I have no idea. I think I'm at 14.
That was 13.
Okay. Hmm. Is this a crossover game in any degree, like a crossover between Nintendo characters, kind of coming into one game together?
No.
Okay. Is this a Switch game?
It is not a Switch game.
All
All
right.
right. You're at 15.
Yep.
Since this one's a little difficult, I will give you two hints. One, it is on the Nintendo 64.
Okay.
Two, it's based on a license.
It's based on a license.
Like an existing IP.
Are the main characters animals?
No.
Okay. So it's not Star Fox. Um, Hmm. Is it a shooter?
No.
Okay. Is this game been rebooted?
No.
Okay. Yeah, one more in a guess. And I'm not super well versed in the Nintendo 64, so this guess won't go well. Gosh, is this game a part of a series?
It is not.
All right. Well, I'll be honest. I have no idea what it is because all of my questions were no's. So I have no idea.
You want to take a stab in the dark?
No, because I don't. It is.
Okay. It is Superman 64.
Okay. I
Released
mean,
on May 31st, 1999. It was
64. Got it.
a terrible game that people. It's okay. You probably drank the memory of this game away. You.
Man, that was a tough one. I'm gonna have to remember that when it's my turn.
Yeah,
I'm normally the nice one with 20 questions. Aaron's not.
yeah, I don't know why. I like stumping him. Folks, this has been Weisscast Games Pod. Thank you for tuning in to our first one back, and we will see you next week. Until then, Bryant, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at bkstinson08.
Be sure to follow the podcast on Instagram and Twitter at Weisscast. And follow me on Instagram and Twitter at The Weiss is Right. Like I said before, we will see you next week. Peace.
Later.